Hello guys, welcome back to Gemini Gamers. This is a new Kerbal Space news week, so this is week number 7. This week we didn't get any real news show. This episode is going to be uploaded a little bit late, so it's still going to be on a Wednesday I think, but I've been a little bit tired, so not on schedule as normal, but you know what I mean, it's okay. And also mostly because we didn't really get any exciting news. I was debating on doing one or not, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and do one just because we actually did get a little bit of news and a little bit of a good old exciting bit, I guess. So depending what type of player this is, if you really don't like it, the thing that they're gonna add, then you're really not gonna care because it's just a little feature, I guess, to add a little bit more gameplay. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the news. So more making history expansion development news, I guess. So the big thing is that they're going to be adding story messages into the ability of you making missions. So you're going to be able to put in a story mode in your own mission, so which means that you can do have your own characters and stuff like that. Basically you can have basically just a dialogue where you say, Kerbal got stranded on Jewel somehow, one of the moons, I guess, because he got teleported, and now you gotta go develop a rescue mission for him to somehow get home. You know what I mean? And you need to do it within blah 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 because his life support's gonna run out if you don't do it. Blah blah, stuff like that. Once you get him, he's like, "Oh, thanks, man," stuff like that. Kind of role playing, especially if you're into that kind of stuff. Cool. I mean, it's gonna add a little extra thing to the game. People are pretty creative in this community, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna be able to do that. The dialogue will be displayed within the mission, so in case when you rescue them, it's gonna be it's gonna thank you for rescuing him and stuff like that. And it can be reviewed at any time. So if you forget what you're trying to do or why you're doing it, you can go into the wherever. I don't know where. They weren't very clear about it, but you can go to any place and review the text at any moment, so you can get remember what you're trying to do. And anyway, so the next thing they talk about is adding a graphic action pane. Is basically just meant to make making missions a bit easier and more enjoyable. So normal players can make their own missions if they want to. We'll be hitting when nothing is needed to be displayed. Basically, it's only going to be available somewhere on the screen when you need it, which is cool. And it's basically just a new feature that will show map objectives missions in the map view, I guess. To players and in the flight mode. So basically you're able to see what you need to do whenever you want. Just so you know what you need to do, right? So you don't forget, and you can do it, and then you can keep checking. They should probably do it one on the inside the VAB and the spaceplane hangar, just so you know what you're doing. But whatever, that they're going to be available. I don't know exactly where, but it's going to be somewhere on the screen, so that's a cool part. And then the last couple things here is there will be a new tracking station display of mission objectives, which we already went over. Mission objectives, which we already went over. Basically meant for mission creators. There's going to be a couple tools there to make the creation of missions easier. It's going to be an ability to freeze time, so you don't have the planets moving around, and you can put exact time frame where you want the mission to happen. And there'll be more tools for you to use. Especially relating to the nodes that we've been talking about in recent episodes, which if you don't know, you should probably go watch them. There's nodes for part failure, orbit, rendezvous, crew limitations or crew requirements. Nodes like that you have to do in order to be able to actually get the right amount of in order to be able to complete the mission or make the mission more complicated, depending on what side you're playing it on. If you're playing it on completing the mission, is going to make it more difficult. If you're playing on creating a mission, it's going to make it more easier and more entertaining for you to do it, since you won't have to actually put in the code to do things like make a part failure or force a staging to happen. Sometimes you make a ship and you have to stage at certain points and make it realistic, I guess you could say. And yeah. And the next couple things is there's progress on finalizing of UI graphics and layouts in the builder scene. So basically, they're basically trying different things on getting the builder scene for missions a lot more simple and useful for normal players, like me and you, and stuff like that. and they worked on the 1.4 update. Lots of work went into Unity upgrade and part tools, basically. And part tools are the parts that you use to create mods. I did a little bit of it. I know a tiny bit of it. I think I could probably, like, if I was forced to, I could make a modded part in the game if I needed to, which is very cool. So basically, the part tools is basically just a tool that you use to, like, import your. Think of it this way. I'm not too sure anymore if that's the way it works, but I think this is how the way it works. So you create a model and you can use the part tools to basically import it into a form that the game can actually see and read, which is cool. And with that updated, which means is they're planning on keeping the modding community really involved within the game, which is good. And which basically is a good thing, because there's a couple little worries that there was a little bit of a developing med change recently. The lead developer changed and all that stuff. So very cool that they're gonna do that, and hopefully it stays that way for a while. And a couple other news on bug fixes on the PS4 version and probably Xbox One too. So very cool stuff. No, I don't think you guys are interested in all that stuff. Basically just bug fixes, a couple things to do with the map view and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Remember, like, subscribe, and comment and share and all that stuff. Click on the little notification bell so you can get these episodes every time I release them. I release one every Wednesday. I'm trying to keep it up. My voice is a little weird today, in case you didn't notice. It's got a little thick in the middle there. So yeah, cool stuff is happening. Tutorials and stuff like that for the game if you don't know the rest of the video. So yeah, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Goodbye.